I've been sleeping for a very long time, but it's time to wake up now. My elongated body needs to be stretched, so I stretch it as far as I can until it emerges into the cool air. I can smell a tunnel of air coming from somewhere. I follow it with my nose. I dig myself out until I'm in the open environment. It's so beautiful. All I want to do is get as far away from my nesting site as possible. Why do I want to get away as far as possible? That's it. I'm starving. There is something, a hunger deep inside me, so voracious that I can't control it. I can't really explain what it is, but I know where I must find it. I know how to find it, and that's where my journey leads. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I have a very slight inkling of me having had a past life. In that past life, everything was so much bigger. But I'm looking around now, and everything is so much smaller. I feel very discombobulated, but I keep walking forward. Nothing else matters but that thing. Nothing else matters but my life force, which I can feel calling out to me to be shared with the world. Walking is taking forever. Well, that's because my legs are so short. My body is more so dragging on the ground, but I can smell the liquid in front of me, luring me towards it, promising many treats. Sustenance and protein to keep me going for a long time, to cause me to grow to the best of my potential, so that I can spread my life force. I make it to the cool liquid, and I submerge myself beneath it. As time goes by, I get larger and my body starts to change in appearance. I feed on everything that I can get my mouth on. I mostly look for a special kind of energy, but it's so rare. But one day, I find it. It's lying at the bottom of the ocean. I steadily approach it, and that is the first time I felt the emotion fear. In front of me, almost camouflaging alongside it, is a creature terrifyingly large. It looks nothing like me, and as a matter of fact, I can sense in the deep recesses of my mind having seen creatures like that before, only they were a lot bigger, and my kind hated them. We also used them for food, but we were also a lot bigger, and I am nowhere near that size to be able to take this thing on. I back off and bury myself beneath the sand at the bottom of the ocean. This monster raises his head, and I can see the spikes on his back glowing a bright blue. The bright blue color is so beguiling and tempting, and I almost forget myself and rise up slowly out of the film of sand that's over my body. To the monster, I may look like some weird mound on the bottom of the ocean. It's instinctive for me to know how to hide myself that way, but for some reason, the colors on that monster's dorsal are meant to draw me out from my hiding spot. I close my eyes to avoid looking at it. My life force is all that matters. Then, as I lie there, resisting the temptation, suddenly the monster starts swimming towards me with its long, powerful tail, lashing from side to side, propelling it forward. It presumes my presence is near, but I don't think it understands exactly what I am. It swims right over me, and I feel like it's going to stop and nab me into its jaws, but it doesn't. It looks at me, it holds its head back up, and keeps swimming towards the surface. I wait for quite some time, not trusting that the danger is completely gone, but after some moments go by, I don't see the monster. I don't even perceive it anywhere in the near vicinity, and I'm very good at perceiving things. So I look back at the treat that I was interested in the first place. It's lying there now without a claim, and it makes me wonder, why would the monster just leave it there? It's very odd, but I am very hungry and I need that energy. So I begin to expose myself. I look around and I let out some calls, only calls I feel I can hear, so that I can detect the world around me, because in the deep liquid, it's very hard to see things with just mere eyesight. But this special energy I can see very clearly. I swim towards it and start sucking on it. The surface of it is very hard. I just have to find an opening to break it loose so I can get the energy inside. I don't want to waste any of it, so maybe I could swallow it whole, but it's too big. I start to panic. I don't like being exposed for too long. Suddenly, I can feel a pressure coming up from behind me. The pressure is overwhelming, and it feels as though all of the liquid and all the ocean is pushing onto my back. I don't even think twice. I swim full speed ahead, and something knocks me on my side and sends me tumbling to the ocean floor. My long body is rolling uncontrollably, and as I look from whatever I can glance as I'm spinning around uncontrollably, I can see the monster with a grimace on his face. He had been waiting for me. This whole thing was a trap. I try to right myself, and I can see his jaws opening as they get closer. Instinctively, I beat the end of my tail into the sand below and send it spraying in his direction, creating a cloud that conceals my presence. I take off as fast as I can until I find some underground cave to hide in. I didn't know if he was chasing me or not, but I'm not going to stop to look. Now I'm in the cave and I'm safe. At least for now. That special energy is being guarded by that monster, so I'm going to have to find my own, but I'm going to need something in the meantime to hold me over. In the distance, I can hear some weird organisms singing a weird song. Their body is shaped a little bit like mine, but they have a long tail at the end with two little fins sticking out to the sides. They also seem to travel in groups. I ambush one and swallow it whole. For only a few minutes, I feel better. I do this for days, but my body can tell that this environment is not very hospitable. So I put myself in a state of dormancy until I'm older, until there's possibly more energy available. There's a chant that I say in my head. I don't know why I say it, but I know it's important to continuing on my life force. I feel this overwhelming sense of loneliness. Like I need help, like I'm not the only one who's supposed to be here. There's another half of me somewhere. I can't explain why I feel this way, but it's necessary for me to find that half, and the best way to find it is through this chant. So I start to emit this chant from all of my body and my life force. It spreads far and wide. It's a song that only someone like me can hear. And even as I drift off to sleep, I chant in that slumber. Time passes very quickly for me, and now I'm older and I wake out of my slumber. I am so much bigger than I used to be. I emerge from out of the liquid and back onto the land where I am most comfortable. As I walk across the land, I thought that everything looked very small before, but how it really looks small. I feel like a queen. Even if I took on that monster now, it could not hurt me. And it didn't. Going through the water and getting back to the surface was a breeze. I no longer had to be concerned with that monster, because now I was the monster. Now that I'm not sleeping, I continue my life's purpose, to quench my loneliness. I don't know why I'm so lonely. I let out a call. My call doesn't sound like it did when I was younger. It's a lot louder and more harmonious. I always wait for a reply, but I never get one. Is that you? Are you there? Is anyone out there? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Nothing in return. I keep doing this for a few days, but I get nothing. Then one day, as I am walking over a long deserted area, I hear a reply. It's so faint that if I wasn't really expecting it, I probably wouldn't have heard it. But it is a reply. Hello? I say. Hello? I hear it say. Is that you? Yes, it replies. Is that you? Yes, I reply. You're like me. The very smooth voice gets a little louder and replies. I'm so glad I finally met you. I'm coming to you now, okay? I'm gonna walk towards you too. I realize what this is. My other half. It's a male. The male is going to help me to continue my life force. I feel so happy, and then all of a sudden that loneliness that I felt all my life is gone. Even though I haven't met him yet, it's completely gone. I feel hope, and I immediately know in which direction to walk to meet him. Throughout our whole journey, we converse with one another. What do you look like? He asks. Well, I have very long legs, and I have a beautiful back, and beautiful eyes, and I think you look the same. What do you look like? Well, he says, I have very beautiful wings. They're very strong. They lift me into the sky with only one beat of them. My legs are probably not as big as yours because I'm a bit younger than you are. but my chest is very strong, my voice is loud, and my vision is perfect. By the way, your voice is like music to my ears. I blush inwardly. We should give each other names. I'm gonna call you Hansan, for handsome. And I'm gonna call you Nanako, for pretty girl. We laughed, and throughout our journey towards one another, we kept describing our environments. Every day, throughout the day, we held conversation with one another, and it helped to keep our spirits up in a world that was not familiar to us any longer. Oh, you would not believe the time that I had today, Nanako. These little bacterial infections are annoying. I know! They are worse than the fleas! I think they're evolved versions of the fleas. Have you met them? I laugh as I slumber on before I reply to him. I stayed pretty quiet. How far are you? Only some miles. It's not easy. I have to keep fighting them off, but I promise I'm bringing a present for you. Really? Yes. You know, Nanako, all we have is each other. All you have is me. I promise I will protect you. I shiver inside. I remember the monster, and I'm not scared of it, but I fear for someone else. But who? Nanako? 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 Huh? Are you okay? What's wrong, my love? Hansan? Yeah? There was a monster when I was younger. It almost killed me. What if... I'm scared, but not for me. I don't think for you either. My love laughs. I love hearing his laugh. Nanako, you're going to be a mother. You're scared for your children. Children? Children. Yes, my love. That's what will come out of us. I won't let that monster hurt any of you. You understand? Once we're together, nothing's going to tear us apart, no matter how bad it looks. Something about what he said or the way he said it made me feel safe. I know that you'll take care of us, Hansan. For a while, we go quiet, trying to reserve our energy. Nanako! I hear a voice louder than I've ever heard it before. Hansan? Hey, baby. We're close. We're so close. I start to rejoice, and I pick my pace up, walking faster. My heart's beat all at once, and I feel like I want to fly. I don't have wings, so I can't, but I feel like I do. I'm so nervous. Oh my, I'm so nervous. I've never met Hansan, but I know that it's going to be something amazing. Now, I can hear the flap of his wings miles away. They sound magnificent. He sounds strong, exactly like how he described himself. I'm walking so fast, I don't really care where I'm stepping. And every time I hit into something, I can hear these weird screams coming from below. And I realize it's the bacterial things that are making that noise. Sorry, I say, not wanting to upset them. And then their flying versions of themselves start to swarm around me. Great. I hope that this doesn't become an issue. I don't really need anything coming in between me and Hansan. We've already taken so long to find each other, and I just want to see him. So far, none of them are really attacking. I try to avoid them, but who am I kidding? No, I'm not. I really don't care. I just want to see Hansan. I want us to be together. I want us to have babies. I want to see his wings. I want him to touch me. I just want it all. After it feels like I've been walking for quite some time, in the smoking mist of the ruins of stone and rubble around us, I can hear him on the other side of the thin film of smoke, or dust, or whatever it is. I don't care. Nanako? I can hear his voice even clearer than I've ever heard it. Hansan? Hi, he says. I can't see him yet, but he claims he can see me. You might not like the way I look. Oh, trust me, I do. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Come here. I'm scared, I say nervously. You don't have to be scared, baby. Walk forward. I love the way he takes control. It makes me all warm inside. I step forward, gingerly. Oh my gosh, this is the big moment. I look ahead, and I don't see him. Down here. I look down, and he's down there. Wow, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were. Is that a problem? No, of course not. You're really handsome. Thank you. Come here. He gets closer to me as I bend down to meet his face. Han-san. I hug him. He's trying to give me something, but at that moment, I'm not even interested in anything he has to give me. I just want to touch him. I just want to make sure he's real. We coo each other. Nanako. Han-san. We rub our noses together. Please don't cry. I'm not. I'm just so happy to see you. I can't believe you're real. I'm real, he says. Here, take this. What is that? Remember I said I was going to bring you a gift. Here it is. Oh, the energy. That pure energy. Wait a minute. The energy. Something about it was sweet and alluring. How did you know? Of course I know. We're the same. But did you have anything to eat? I'm fine. Just take it. I finally take it from him after hugging him and kissing him. I blush and I eat it in the most ladylike way possible. Do you like it? I do. I really do. He spreads his wings majestically and looks into my eyes as I look into his. I know what's coming next, and I am so nervous, but I trust him. In the midst of the smoke, I can feel his legs caressing the back of my body. Do you trust me? Yes. Yes, I trust you totally, completely. I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? Okay. I feel his wings lift him up momentarily off of the ground, and then he lands on my back. He uses his front legs to clasp me. I never want him to let me go. I've never felt anything like this, but then everything that I went through and all the loneliness that I experienced was worth it for this one moment. To have his life force blend with mine, so we can make a completely new one. After we're finished, we cuddle and nuzzle each other for a while. And then, his behavior changes. Nanako. He's not as emotional and loving as he was before. Yes? Did I do something wrong? No, you didn't do anything wrong. You need to go and find a nesting site. I need to make sure the area is safe. He flies away without saying anything to me. Well, okay. I guess I shouldn't be mad. I got exactly what I wanted. To spread my life force. And it was beautiful. I could feel him inside me coming to life. And then I understood everything. He wasn't doing this to be mean. He was doing this because he was a male. And his number one thing was to keep us safe. He couldn't be emotionally tied to me while he was trying to do that. It would impair his judgment. His number one thing was to protect me. And for him to do that successfully, he had to be on full alert. Knowing this made me love him even more. I was preparing to go and find the nesting site when I realized that there was a perfect opportunity to make one right underneath my feet. I started digging. I wish I had another one of those long rolling things like I did earlier on my way here. They carried that nice special energy on top of them. They were also very fast and loud, but I knew that Han-san would find me some. Night fell, and I laid my eggs. They looked so glorious. I could feel their life force deep within them, little versions of me and Han-san. Oh, beautiful. Nano-san, that's what they would be called. Now they were safe, and nothing would hurt them. Han-san, my babies, and I would be a family. And then, when they were all grown up, we would travel to... What is that? I've been so engrossed in my babies and my eggs that I didn't even realize what was happening. Standing before me is the monster. The same monster that almost killed me. I know I said I wasn't afraid of this thing, but looking at it again brought up bad memories. But then something took over from that fear, and it was the need to protect my babies. I stomped my legs loudly and positioned myself over my nest, and I was going to give my life and limb before I let this monster hurt my innocent little babies. You better get out of here, I told it. I will kill you. At that moment, I didn't even consider that Han-san wasn't around. I didn't even remember Han-san in that moment, because all I wanted to do was protect my babies, and I didn't need anyone else to do it. I was big enough, and I was strong enough, and I would give this thing the fight for its life. It looked at me menacingly, like it wanted to kill me. I started to approach it, not wanting it to get close to the nest. If I stood my ground and let it walk towards me, then my eggs would be in direct danger. I charged towards it, and it quickly used its momentum to slam into me. wasn't ready for this. Now I find myself unable to stand up properly. I really thought I could take this thing, and I can feel its jaws biting into my neck. No matter how many times I try to get a grip, no matter how many times I try to right myself and gain the upper hand, I just can't. This monster is too strong. Even with my large body that I thought would be able to handle it, I'm having a hard time. He topples me over and keeps pushing me backwards, and I try to fight back. I try to push, and all I can think about is losing my babies and losing Hansan, and my dream is just going up in flames, and this makes it worse. Suddenly, the monster pushes me onto my back and takes his large foot and stomps into my stomach. I feel pain shooting all throughout my limbs and my eyes. I feel like I can't breathe. Hansan, please help me! I cry out, but I don't see him anywhere. Did he forsake us? I thought he said he'd protect us. I know I said I could protect myself, but right now I really need help. I look into the monster's eyes as it looks back down at me, and I know that this is it. I'm gonna die, and my babies are not gonna have anyone to protect them. I try my best to not think that way, but I can't help it as I can see the monster descending onto me. And right before he's able to take a bite, the monster is thrown to the side. It's Hansan. Get off her, he says, with his wings beating aggressively, and he gives the monster a fight. Even though Hansan is smaller than me, he is so much stronger. He's actually pulling the monster some distance away before the monster grabs onto one of his legs and attempts to throw him. He takes his long, spiky leg and stabs it into the monster, and I hear the call of pain coming from the monster. This invigorates me, and I get up as quickly as I can to go and help my love. I slam into the monster with all the anger of 1,000 suns for trying to hurt Hansan, for trying to hurt my babies. You thought I left you, didn't you? He says. I was trying to intercept him all this time and miscalculated, but I'm here. We can take him together, I said. He won't hurt our babies. No, he's not going to hurt our babies. We can do this. Together we team up on the monster, and my goodness, we're winning! We're winning! We're finally going to kill the monster. And then, after we kill the monster, it will no longer be unsafe for our babies. We can live at peace once more. I try slamming into the monster again until Hansan stops me. No, baby girl. Use your legs. They're weapons. Stab him. Like this. He jumps off of one of the rubbles and lands into the monster, driving both his forelimbs into the monster's neck. This seems to hurt him, so I follow suit, using my legs as well, and this seems to hurt him more. This makes me feel good. That's what you get for trying to hurt innocent children. We did nothing to hurt you. We did nothing to bother you. Why would you come and try to kill my babies? Hansan and I are actually enjoying ourselves. We're laughing and making a game out of it. You're having way too much fun. I really am. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, this monster tried to kill me before. Look how pitiful he looks now. You like that monster, huh? You like us stabbing you in the neck? We start laughing. I love you, says Hansan. I love you too. And then there's this loud bang coming from behind us. I turn around and I see fire. Oh my god. I see fire. Hansan? Is that the nest? Nanako. Oh my god! I run away, forgetting the monster completely. All I can think about are my babies. No. The fire is really close, but it's not coming from my nest. I mean, what else would it be coming from? Why would there be fire there? Fire is destructive. Fire is... I get closer to my nest. I scream. I can't hear myself screaming. I can hear Hansan calling me. No, I say. I bend down. Because I refuse to believe that my babies are dead. This doesn't make any sense. I try to find them, and there's fires all over the nest. And my babies... Nanako! I can hear Hansan calling me, but only very slightly. I don't even understand how I'm feeling right now. I take a closer look and I can see my eggs on fire. My babies burning inside of them. I can hear some of their cries. Them calling out to me. They trusted me to take care of them. they're all gone. All of them. Why is this happening? Nanako, my love. I'm so sorry. Han-san, they're gone. They're gone. You said you'd protect us. Nanako. It was unfair for me to blame Han-san. We were both beating the monster senseless. It wasn't him. It couldn't be. We had him. So what did this? The sadness that I feel right now is worse than the loneliness I felt my whole life. My babies, all of them, just burning before my eyes. I don't want to live anymore. I can't take this pain. I sit there for a while. Han-san is several distances away, hanging his head low. I'm pretty sure he feels guilty, and he doesn't even know what to say to me. He doesn't touch me. He doesn't look at me. His wings are just folded as he's sitting atop some rubble, looking like his whole life is defeated. I hold back my head and I scream and I scream and I scream. I can't help it. I just scream because I remember feeling them inside of me growing. They were ours. Han-san's and Manako's. They were ours. And their life force was so positive and happy. And I could tell just from feeling their energy that they wanted to be the best versions of us. That they wanted to make us proud. I never did anything wrong to anyone. Why was this happening? I keep screaming for a while. Han-san says nothing. The air is quiet and still. In desperation, I start to pick away at the fiery debris with some sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe one of them made it. And then I hear a clinking noise right by the nest. It scares me a little bit. I think it's one of my babies, but I know it's not. And as I hold my head up, I see one of those bacteria flea things. Wait a minute. There's only one of those things. My head is spinning. I get closer to it. And I start to wonder, why is it right by my nest? These things are never alone. But this one is. And it is right in the vicinity of my nest. Before I can make a decision as to what I'm going to do or even fully process where my thought process is going, I hear a humming noise. It's a bright blue light. That same blue light I saw when I was younger. That alluring light. I didn't get to close my eyes, so I was just fixated on it. It's so beautiful. Looking at it makes me feel like there's hope. There are babies out there somewhere. But the light starts to travel up into the air. It's just hanging there. And then my mind starts to put everything together. This is the same light I saw on the monster. And as it traveled upwards, I could see the monster's head and its angry face. No, please, no, I've lost everything. No, please, no. But before I can move, even with me pleading, it releases its energy into my throat. I feel this overwhelming burning sensation in my body. I don't even want to fight him. I just want to run away. I look up at him with pleading eyes. Please don't. I know that the monster isn't going to show mercy. It travels towards me in a slow, sinister motion. And like that, spiky legs grab it from behind. And there is Han-san again saving me. He had flown further away because I guess he's going through the same thing I'm going through. We just both lost our offspring. But all the rage and anger he felt, not only from not being able to protect us, but having lost the offspring, was now being funneled into fighting this monster. And I've never seen him or heard him so mad before. As he fought off the monster, I smelled something. That special energy. I wanted it, but not for the reasons you may think. I wanted it because I knew that those stupid bacterial things were carrying it around. I wanted to get revenge on something, and they were the only things I could get revenge on. I don't know exactly which one was responsible for this, but I knew in general that they all were, and I just wanted them to pay. I didn't want them to have that special energy. I wanted to have it, to give it to Han-san, and I wanted to kill them all in the process. They don't know what it feels like. They don't know what it feels like to love something so much and then have it just ripped away from you for no reason. I'm almost upon them, and I hear something. I hear Han-san. I hear his distress for only a few moments, and I look back, and I see him die. I didn't even get to say goodbye to him. What is happening? A huge spiky thing sticks from out of his back, where the monster put him. The monster then looks at me. I turn around and I run faster than I can ever remember running. I catch up with those stupid bacteria things, and I kill as many of them as I can. Then there's a lone one on a slab, and he smells similar to the one that was by the nest. I can't be sure because there's a lot of burning cinders around, but I'm almost sure it's him. And I want him to look me in the face as I kill him. I want him to stare into the eyes of the mother that he robbed the babies from. I want to know why he did it. I know that's a stupid thing to ask because bacteria are bacteria. They don't really think. But I can swear that they're more intelligent than they let on. Because he stood there looking back at me like he knew what he did. You hurt me so bad. More than you can ever imagine. I say to him, knowing that he can't understand me. I open my mouth wide, and then I feel something latch onto my neck quite painfully. Oh my god, I cannot get a break. I'm pulled away, and I can't even breathe. It's the monster. How was he so silent? How did he get over here? I should have expected that he was going to come for me after he killed my love. My love. At this point, I don't really want to fight anymore. What is there left to fight for? Han-san is dead. And then it just sinks in. He's dead. My babies are gone, and even so, Han-san and I could have still made a life together. We could have had more babies. But he's gone. And now I have no one. I let the monster take me further away. I don't want to fight, but I am scared. I'm scared because I feel like this is gonna hurt so bad. And I'm so glad that in this moment Han-san is dead because I wouldn't want him to see this. I would rather him be dead first so he wouldn't have to hurt seeing me die. I don't even know what the concept of dying is. I sit there, and the monster opens my jaws. He opens his, and then releases that precious blue energy. I can feel my eyes burn out, my tongue incinerate. And then I